Hello everyone, my name is Jurassic Addict, and welcome to my review of the Hammond collection, Concavenator. Now without further ado, let's open him up. The Hammond collection, Concavenator, so far, by far, is my favorite of the Hammond collection figures. Literally toe-to-toe with the Hammond collection T-Rex. And now, before you guys comment below saying, "What? You prefer it more than the T-Rex? Blasphemy! Blasphemy, I say!" Well, hear me out, folks. So, without further ado, let's start with the paint job. I adore the paint job of the Concavenator. It has like this greenish blue that as its main color, and then it has like a red highlights on its back. It's red on its tail. It has brown under the tail. It has a little creamy color on the bottom of the belly and just under its chin. This thing is honestly full of colors. This is literally the most colorful dinosaur Mattel has given us. Obviously natural coloring, not chaos effect coloring, of course. That would be cool though. For a dinosaur, like, again, it literally makes a lot of the other figures look like a barren wasteland. Well, minus the Ceratosaurus, because that one just looks mwah. But this thing is so freaking cool. Again, really love the paint that they give it. Love the shaded brown, the green, the red stripe going on its face to its neck. Usually I would complain that it doesn't reach the tail, but in this case, oh, it looked good. That looked good. And really love like the bumps and scales that it randomly has around the shoulders. Now, if I had to like slightly complain about one thing about the sculpting is like it's really not that well detailed compared to the other dinosaurs, because the other ones you can see all the bumps, all the scratches, all the nooks of the dinosaur. But this one just feels, I don't know, maybe it's just me, it just looks a bit more plasticky, more of a toy than an animal. Now, that is just 100% me. I could be completely wrong here, or it's maybe for the fact that I'm only running on 3 hours of sleep, and this is like my 4th time recording this video because the first version got corrupted and I had to start all the way over. But, little ramble aside, it really doesn't take much away from the figure because, in a way, as I mentioned time and time again, dinosaurs, for all we know, could have had leathery skin, and this does give more of a leathery texture than a scaly texture that we're used to, which I am absolutely fine with it, which is why I am not gonna be like, no scales? 0 out of 10. What's the figure? Get it away from me. And, all in all, the sculpt, the paint is phenomenal, and the dinosaur itself, I really never heard of a Concavenator until a small game called Tiny Dino World. If you guys remember that game, you've been around for a while, and if not, it was basically just Clash of Clans but with dinosaurs, and better too. But that's where I first discovered Concavenator, and I'm like, what the hell is a Concavenator? And from there on out, it just suddenly popped in popularity, even being in a statue in Fallen Kingdom, which is where this is based from. Now, obviously, this is not accurate to the movie at all. In matter of fact, this is an upgrade. In my opinion, this looks vastly superior than the freaking maquette that we see in the movie. And I am glad Mattel did like their own thing with the Concavenator. Really happy, because honestly, I was never a fan of the Fallen Kingdom design. The head just gave me a retro vibe, but not in a good way. Like a very 1930s T-Rex vibe, if you know what I mean. But very satisfied what Mattel did with this figure. And the posability. You guys are probably seeing all the pictures I've taken, all the stop motion skit in the beginning. The posability is literally the best of the medium dinosaurs we've ever gotten. It blows the Baryonyx out of the water. It blows the Ceratosaurus out of the water. And honestly, as I mentioned, The posability, everything about this is just toe to toe with the T-Rex. I am literally fighting with this being my number one favorite figure or number two. It is literally fighting against the T-Rex for that. Because honestly, the T-Rex is like vastly superior in a few aspects, but the Concavenator, it just does the job so well. And I am astonished with the range of posability that it has around the neck area. It even has wrist articulation, which is something we've never gotten from the other medium dinosaurs. And I hope this is something that they'll just keep, because I like that a lot. Really gives the dinosaur extra range of articulation, extra range of motion, and more playability for kids, and more playability for adults like moi that like taking pictures. And if I do have to complain something about this figure, which it will knock points out of, it will be this. Now, as much as I praise this toy, and this toy deserves the praise, I do have a flaw, and that's mostly just my copy. I haven't heard this problem with anyone else, and it's the fact that, yeah. That's one loose freaking neck joint. Like, I am barely putting... Oh, now you want to... I barely put any type of force spinning the Concavenator. And just to, like, prove a point, here's the Ceratosaurus. And I'm doing exactly the same. And nothing's happening. So, again, that is just my copy. I am not going to take away any points because of that. Because it's just the good old Mattel quality control, you know, very nice. So, that's literally my only problem. But yeah, this is enough of me gushing over the figure. I think it's time for some size comparisons. And then we should probably and then I'll give my final thoughts of this figure, which, if you guys have been watching the video, you probably can guess what my final thoughts of this figure are. So, without further ado, let's get to the size comparison. Here we have Concavenator with an Android Kingdom Hearts Axel. Here we have Concavenator, what's totally not going to be next week's review. And of course, Concavenator with the one and only Captain Jack Sparrow. All in all, Concavenator is an absolute, almost masterpiece of a figure. Like, it is right there of being a masterpiece. If it weren't for some of the flaws that it had, if it weren't some of the quality issues that I've had with this figure, honestly, it would literally easily topple over the T-Rex, in my opinion. But hopefully, if you guys manage to get yourself the Concavenator, you do not run into this issue. But if it turns out to be a big issue within the community, then Mattel, you really need to like really tighten up the joints, because that could really make or kill a figure. And to a lot of people, it could kill a figure. Personally, for me, it really wouldn't, because I know how to fix it. I am just lazy on when I'm gonna fix it. That's just the problem. But that's a me problem, not a you problem. But to a lot of people, it is a huge issue, which it could, like as I mentioned, it could really break a figure, even if it looks fantastic, and if it does everything else fantastic. But other than that, I give this figure a 4 out of 5. If you guys see it in stores when it eventually comes out, highly recommend picking it up. Honestly, do not pay scalper prices, but if you must, do not pay over $30. Just at least not over $30. But other than that, fantastic figure. And if you guys enjoyed this review, leave a like, subscribe, and hey, I hope you guys stay around, because this is a Jurassic variety channel. I am called Jurassic Addict for a reason. I never shut up about this franchise. So, hope you like memes, hope you like rambles, hope you like toys, hope you like everything Jurassic. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Adios!